Welcome to the NB Huddle YouTube channel. Today we will be doing a film analysis on Curtis Samuel, the Carolina Panthers starting slot wide receiver. Curtis Samuel had around 54 receptions last year, which was decent. He did have around 100 to 105 targets. He also had 627 receiving yards. He also had around 130-ish, 140 rushing yards. He had 6 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown, and that all added up to around 73 touches. Curtis Samuel did have a drop problem though. He had 7 drops on only 54 catches. But before we focus too much on the negatives, let's focus on the positives of what Curtis Samuel can do. As you guys have seen in the title, I compared him to Tyreek Hill, superstar wide receiver on the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Curtis Samuel can become what Tyreek Hill is for the Kansas City Chiefs. Curtis Samuel is that quick wide receiver who can make those plays and who can beat his man on more than one occasion. Obviously, he did not have a Patrick Mahomes level quarterback. He had Kyle Allen playing as his starting quarterback last year, so we really didn't get to see his true potential. I'm going to show you guys some clips that really demonstrate why Curtis Samuel is similar to Tyreek Hill. Samuel, if he has a quarterback like a Teddy Bridgewater who can just give him the opportunities, place the ball in the right areas, Curtis Samuel can become a legit top 10 slot wide receiver. So let's move on to the film now, and let's see what Curtis Samuel is capable of doing. So now that I compared Curtis Samuel to Tyreek Hill, let's look at some clips that really demonstrate why I feel that way. So this play is really more of a run play for Curtis Samuel. I feel it does count as a pass in the stat sheet, but it really is a run. Kyle Allen's just gonna give it to him right as he's motioning for. You'll see what I mean when we look at the play. So right now they're motion tight end number 80, I believe that's Ian Thomas. Motion Curtis Samuel. He gets the ball, wasn't a perfect throw, but look at this. He just explosive enough. He can just get 8 yards like that. He didn't even have to make a man miss that much. He's just able to get rid so quickly. Number 50, KJ Wright, was not able to get a good enough angle to take him down. Let's look at this right here. Curtis Samuel, he's just able to go outside that KJ Wright can't get to him. He's a linebacker and he can't even get there. Then Trey Flowers has to wrap him up as he's able to get to first down, which was the goal on that play. Now let's move on to the next play. This is the play design for the next play the Carolina Panthers run, and it's a simple concept. They have Curtis Samuel, who's circled in red with the man who's covering him. He's running a crosser. DJ Moore seems to just be running a double move. Christian McCaffrey, he's more of a outside option, dump off option if Kyle Allen can't find any of his other reads. And Greg Olsen's just going on an in route. Let's look at what Curtis Samuel is able to do on this play. So the motion number 82, and let's look at right here, more in depth. Look at this. Curtis Samuel is about to cut or break into his route, and look at the defensive back. I believe he's number 20. I can't see that. His jersey number is clearly, but I believe that's number 20. And he has to respect Curtis Samuel's speed. He has legit 4.3 speed. I believe he ran a 4.31 at his combine a few years ago. You can't press Curtis Samuel. You can't just let him beat you going deep. So you have to play off of him a little. So look at this. Curtis Samuel just has all the space if he just breaks in, which is what he ends up doing. As you see, number 20 and 53, Landon Collins, they're focused on Greg Olsen for some reason, and they are able to get to Curtis Samuel. Maybe Collins would have been able to undercut the route, but still unlikely, just due to Curtis Samuel's crazy speed. Watch now. So they motion number 82, and Curtis Samuel, he gets for it, and boom, the man isn't even close. The safety playing deep ends up going there to tackle. We're going to see it again from this angle, just so you guys have another feel for the play. And right here, Curtis Samuel is breaking, and the defensive back is 5 yards off of him. You just have to respect his speed like you have to do with Tyreek Hill. And he's going to beat you if you play off, and he's going to beat you if you press. It's a lose-lose situation for you, win-win for Curtis Samuel. Okay, so now let's look at this play. It's a simple concept. The Panthers are running 2 deep ends, and Curtis Samuel is running a streak route. He's on the strong side of the field. Outside, there doesn't seem to be any safety help, and it's just him on a one-on-one. The Redskins are running a zone play, a zone defense. So let's look at what Samuel does on this play. So in motion with tight end number 82, play action, and then Kyle Allen throws it, and it's overthrown. As we see, the defensive back does get tripped up, but Samuel still had a step on him. That's what happens if you even play up on him or press up. He can still beat you with his speed. He's a very dangerous player, and he wasn't even pressing. He was 10 yards off of him. I misspoke. 10 yards off of him, and Samuel still beat him by in 20 yards. That's all it took him. That's crazy. If Teddy Bridgewater can do good for Carolina, if he can just be a solid starter for him, Curtis Samuel is going to have a really good year. We see Tyreek Hill do this so many times for the Chiefs. Why can't Curtis Samuel do it for Carolina? Now that we've seen this play, I feel like I'm going to just show maybe 2 or 3 more just to wrap up the video. One of the biggest issues with Curtis Samuel's game is, can he make catches for contact, and his drop issue. With his 5'11", 195-pound frame, many question, can he even make catches for contact, or can he just outrun you? As we're going to see on this play, he is capable of getting hit and holding onto the ball. Let's first look at the play design, as Curtis Samuel is running a deep in, while the outside wide receiver on the opposite side of the field is running a deep out, and we have a slot wide receiver running a deep post. The Redskins look to be running a zone coverage, and they send, I believe, 5 players. Let's look at what happens. Kyle Allen takes the snap, hits Curtis Samuel a little late, and Samuel is able to hold on to it after getting hit by Monte Nicholson. This was a soft zone, so Kyle Allen was easily able to find Samuel, but that's a big hit for a smaller wide receiver, and he was able to hold on to it. So I'm going to show you guys one last play, and let's move on to it. This is the last play I'm going to be showing you guys, and even if Curtis Samuel did not catch the ball, this could have been a really good play if his quarterback could have just thrown the ball where it should have been. So the Carolina Panthers have 2 deep routes, 2 streaks on the outside. They're running a deep post with a slot wide receiver, and we're also running what looks to be a curl route with Greg Olsen. The Packers look to be running a cover 1 man. I'm unsure what Blake Martinez was supposed to even do on this play, as he just got lost, but we'll talk about that later. Let's look at Curtis Samuel right here, as how he's easily able to beat his man, but the quarterback just underthrows him by a mile. Right here, Curtis Samuel at this moment has a step on his guy. All Kyle Allen has to do is lead it to him, and he can probably beat the safety and get a touchdown, or at least a 40, 30-yard gain. Right here. And look at where the ball is placed. Way too behind him. That's like 5 yards behind where it should have been. We'll look at it from a different angle, as this just shows how bad of a throw it was. What was Kyle Allen doing? Does he just not have the arm strength? Look at it. That's just a weak throw, and they lost a potential touchdown on that play. Now, to wrap up the video, I'm just going to say a few last things about Curtis Samuel and why I'm so excited for him. The Carolina Panthers got quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. That's a great signing. They had Kyle Allen before, and as we saw, he just was not that great of a quarterback. He was underthrowing Samuel, didn't throw it at the right time, was late, has a slow processor, and just had a lot of issues. He was a young quarterback that still needs work. Teddy Bridgewater is a veteran. He's been in the league for like 6-7 years now. He has experience. He's extremely accurate and he knows where to place the ball. He can let his playmakers make plays. Teddy Bridgewater can be like the point guard of this offense. Just distribute the ball and let Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson, just let them run after the catch and make plays. Curtis Samuel also has speed that many corners cannot keep up with. Like I said earlier, he has legit 4.3 speed, ran like a 4.31 at the combine when he was drafted, and he really has a lot of optimism. He already has improved from his rookie year to his sophomore year to his sophomore year to his third year in the league, so I don't see why he'll stop improving. He also got a lot more targets and was a huge part of the offense for Carolina, which is also a step in the right direction. So now that I've finished the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and comment below which player you would like to see me do a film analysis on. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.